Olivia Kuper Harris, a vocalist who hails from Dallas, Texas, and currently resides in Los Angeles, came into The Voice Season 27 with a diverse musical experience. She is currently performing in Los Angeles. She started singing when she was 5 years old, and she gave a performance of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at the Texas State Fair. She was raised in a musical family. It was via her participation in high school jazz bands that she developed a deeper appreciation for music. Later, she joined Postmodern Jukebox, where her viral covers demonstrated her flexibility. Harris brought a one-of-a-kind jazz-pop hybrid to the competition, which earned her a seat on Team Legend after a breathtaking blind audition of Doris Day's Dream a Little Dream of Me. Harris was influenced by idols such as Ella Fitzgerald, Amy Winehouse, and John Legend. Her journey through the season was characterized by daring song selections and performances that were filled with emotion. Harris demonstrated her abilities to rework classic songs with a contemporary and soulful twist by performing covers of songs such as Feel Like Makin' Love by Roberta Flack in the Battle Rounds and Last Dance by Donna Summer in the Knockout Series. Her performance of Billie Eilish's What Was I Made For won her a super save by the time the playoffs rolled around, which elevated her to the live shows that followed. On the other hand, it was her final chance performance of Rainbow during the semifinals on May 13, 2025, which became a defining moment and cemented her as a prominent talent. There is a lot riding on the instant save. A crucible of talent was created during the semifinals of The Voice Season 27, which resulted in the top 12 being reduced down to the final 5. The coaches John Legend, Kelsey Ballerini, Michael Bublé, and Adam Levine each had 3 artists in contention. However, only 4 would proceed directly based on the votes of the American people. These 4 musicians are Renzo, Team Legend; Lucia Flores-Wiseman, Team Adam; Jaden Cree, Team Bublé; and Jalen Johnston, Team Kelsey. In the instant save, which was a 5-minute voting session, the surviving artists, including Harris, were given the opportunity to choose who will participate in the final. As a result of the tremendous performances that each of Harris's competitors, Adam David, Team Bublé; Iris Herrera, Team Kelsey; and Bryson Battle, Team Legend, gave, the stakes were higher than they had ever been before. The soulful ballad Rainbow by Kacey Musgraves, which is featured on the album Golden Hour 2018, which won a Grammy, was the song that Harris decided to play for her final opportunity. Harris's delicate yet authoritative vocal style was a wonderful match for the song, which conveyed a message of self-acceptance and hope for the future. The instant she got onto the stage, the gravity of the situation became evident. This was her last opportunity to demonstrate that she was worthy of being in the final production. The performance. An analysis of the artistic process. Harris exhibited confidence and elegance while wearing a strapless gown that reached the floor and striking black gloves. As she began the first words of Rainbow, the lighting on stage became more subdued, creating a warm glow. She said, "Well, the sky has finally opened / the rain and winds stopped blowing." Her voice, which John Legend referred to as exquisite, floated easily, merging jazz-influenced phrasing with a contemporary emotional clarity. Her command of her voice and the song's profound words were brought to the forefront by the arrangement, which was more straightforward. Restraint and emotional depth were both on full display in Harris's performance, which was remarkable. She did not rely on vocal acrobatics or over-the-top theatrics. Rather, she allowed the meaning of the song to come through, imbuing each note with a sense of vulnerability. The song's lyrics, which read, "There's always been a rainbow hanging over your head," gave the impression of being a personal mantra, symbolizing her path of endurance in a field that is highly competitive. As the camera recorded coaches with wet eyes and an audience that was completely captivated, it was clear that she had the ability to connect with the audience. It was her coach, Legend, who lauded her performance, stating, "It's lovely every time. Your voice is just stunning." The selection of Rainbow was intended to be both authentic and strategic. The song, which was written by Kacey Musgraves, Shane and Cannelly, and Natalie Hemby, is a ray of light for young people who are struggling to find their way through the storms of life. Harris, who had previously discussed the process of discovering her purpose on stage, personified the meaning of the song by delivering a performance that seemed like a love letter to her own resiliency, as well as to everyone who is going through their own hardships. One of the most important songs in Kacey Musgraves' discography is Rainbow, which was chosen as the 5th single to be released from Golden Hour. As a result of its soothing acoustic melody and affirming lyrics, it has become a popular choice for cover songs, including one that was performed by Caitlin Quisenberry during the 24th season of The Voice. Similar to Harris, Musgraves is a native of Texas, and she composed the song as an anthem of self-love. She was motivated to write the song by her own experiences and her advocacy for openness and acceptance. It was the perfect choice for Harris's high-stakes moment because of its broad appeal and emotional relevance. It gave her the opportunity to demonstrate her narrative ability while still being true to her artistic background. The influence and the result. The instant save was awarded to Adam David, whose rendition of Teddy Swims' Lose Control secured the final slot in the top 5 despite the fact that Harris' performance was absolutely stunning. Given that each of the 4 instant save efforts was outstanding, the decision was a difficult one to make. Fans lost their hearts after Harris was eliminated from the competition. They flocked to social media to express their admiration for her artistic abilities, posting comments such as "Olivia's voice is pure magic" and that "Rainbow cover was unforgettable. Every time you perform, you bring such musicality and artistry," John Legend said after Harris's performance, highlighting the influence that Harris had on the audience. Her journey on The Voice, which marked her development as an artist, began with a 3-chair turn in the blinds and culminated in a run that came very close to the finals. Her rendition of Rainbow left an indelible mark, demonstrating her ability to combine jazz sensibilities with contemporary storytelling, despite the fact that she did not advance in the competition. Getting past The Voice. Even after Harris was eliminated, her narrative did not come to an end. She is a seasoned performer who has already carved out a position for herself in the music industry. She contributes to the creation of a musical for the San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company, which is scheduled to premiere in September 2025, and she sings backup for Teddy Swims. Her versatility and tenacity are demonstrated by her work with the female group Dear Ivy, as well as by her viral covers with Postmodern Jukebox. Her journey on The Voice, which culminated in the performance of Rainbow, was a demonstration of her tenacity and a stepping stone toward future achievement. There is a rainbow of resilience. The performance of Rainbow that Olivia Kuper Harris gave in her final attempt was more than just an attempt to get into the final. It was also a celebration of her artistic ability and her enthusiasm. With a performance that was both personal and universal, Harris stood out from the crowd in a competition that was loaded with powerful vocals and bold personalities. She delivered a performance that was both intimate and universal. In her performance of Musgraves' ballad, she brought to our attention the fact that sincerity shines brightest even in the most high-pressure situations. Throughout her trip, Harris carries the rainbow that represents her journey with The Voice. This rainbow is a metaphor of hope, tenacity, and the beauty that comes from remaining true to oneself.